The next film that we're going to discuss is, you guessed it, Zombieland from 2009.
Yes.
Ruben Fleischer, I believe his name is the director. He directed Venom. He directed Gangster Squad. So you love this movie.
Yeah.
I know you love it. It's
wholeheartedly, yeah.
It's the American Shaun of the Dead for yourself.
It is.
What is it about? Why do you love it? And why is it still relevant to this day?
Zombieland is my favorite horror movie. I'm sorry, it's my favorite zombie film ever made. I thought it was very unique. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was humorous. And for the moments where they needed to have true horror, I thought they were able to maximize those moments significantly. I love Zombieland for the characters and for the world that they established.
Mm-hmm.
Zombieland is essentially about, Jesse Eisenberg. He's this shy kid who has very strict rules on surviving a zombie land apocalypse. He's very strict with these rules, and he's trying to go to Ohio to reach his family, and he encounters a gun-wielding zombie killer known as Tallahassee. So you got Columbus and Tallahassee.
Negan's cousin.
Yeah. Tallahassee is on the search for the last Twinkie, which is awesome, right? Like, come on. I love Twinkies so much. So you have Columbus, Tallahassee, and they encounter the pair of sisters, Wichita and Little Rock, who are seeking to go to an amusement park to get a sense of escapism in such a dreadful world. And that to me is really the heart of the movie, which also reflects my passion for cinema itself. Why do I watch movies? I watch movies so that I can escape our reality and be able to come out of them, hopefully a rejuvenated, better person, and walk around, being able to talk about my shared experiences with movies. That to me is why I love movies so much. They're entertaining, they're fun, they allow me to express every emotion that we can possibly feel. And Zombieland is one of them. It's one of them where I can feel sadness. It's where I can feel hyped. It's where I can feel happy. It's where I can feel scared. It has all of those, which is why it's one of my favorite zombie movies ever. I think the designs of the zombies themselves are very effective. They also can be hilarious too, as well. And also the fact that this movie has a zombie clown, literally, they literally are able to combine two of like my greatest fears, a clown and a zombie. Come on, what's not to love? It's great. You get bizarre characters in this crazy world. The opening kind of tells you everything you need to know about what kind of film you're expecting. Stylistically, the sound choices, they're great. And also, I love the character journey. His very first rule is it's basically don't be a hero. And by the very end of it, it's be a hero.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What's not to love?
Well, I think this is definitely the best adaptation of Left 4 Dead that you could ask for. I think some of the zombies were based on some of the character models from Left 4 Dead, like the bloaters and the witch or something. I don't think the witch, but yeah, I really like the film a lot. I think it's really funny and creative and kind of meta in the way that Scream is, with the rules.
Yes.
I'm sure that was a big inspiration when coming up with the outsider's perspective of a zombie apocalypse. Yes. And it actually, because I recently watched 28 Days Later for this, and it reminded me a lot of 28 Days Later, Zombieland, especially with the road trip aspect, the family aspect, the drama in it, even though Zombieland is much more of a comedy. It hit a lot of the same emotional beats, I think, in terms of being a hero, not being a hero, why you should care, why you shouldn't in this type of context, how everyone is subject to change majorly in a world like this. And I think it's just really funny that way. I mean, it has one of the best cameos of all time. Bill Murray.
Absolutely. Yeah. I can't even believe I forgot to mention that in my brief breakdown. I mean, this movie does have the best cameo of all time. Like throughout cinematic history, it has the best cameo of all time. And
Sorry, Stan Lee.
it's because
Sorry.
of oh man, don't make me choose. You can't keep getting away with this.
But you yeah.
Don't make me choose, man. Damn it. Now you're gonna make me backtrack on what I'm saying.
You went there. What are you talking about? Final Destination as?
You're right. All right. Maybe Bill Murray. Maybe it's one of the best cameos of all time. Maybe it's one of the best cameos.
I went with one of. I went with the one of.
Yeah. But it's because of the brilliance of Bill Murray and also Woody Harrelson as Tallahassee.
Oh yeah.
His passion of seeing Bill Murray is so perfect, man. I'm telling you. There's very few things that are better than seeing people experience what makes them happy, like what makes them the happiest. And we get to see that several times in this movie with the girls protecting each other, with Columbus finding love and family again, with Tallahassee eating his Twinkies and also meeting Bill Murray. I just love seeing
tears with the money.
Yeah, I love seeing that. This is one of those movies where it doesn't matter how many movies they make. For me, it's really about the characters. And if I love the characters so much, I'm going to want to spend time with them and watch as many movies as I can with them. And also, there's no better feeling than to be in a horror movie and to actually feel like you're in this world and to be surrounded by a character that is actually good at surviving. That is awesome. So I've always wanted to, like, if there was ever a zombie apocalypse, I would want Tallahassee to be by my side because he makes me feel so damn safe and makes it much more fun, although there are high stakes that occur in this movie, like when they're at the amusement park. What a fantastic scene that entire sequence is. When you see Tallahassee close up the cages and he's in that, he's at the amusement park and he's shooting up all the zombies. Dude, it's so damn fun, man. It's so cool. And I love it. Him riding the roller coaster and shooting the zombies. Like, it is so much fun. It's everything I love about horror movies. Combining. It's also a great combination of genres again, like Sam Raimi's Evil Dead 2, like Jordan Peele's Get Out, like Edgar Wright's Shaun of the Dead, or Hot Fuzz, or even At World's End. It's such a great display of, like, all right, I'm going to juggle genres and I'm going to do them both excellently.
Well, I wish, a little sidetrack, but I wish that there was a lot of that fun element, creative element in terms of the action sequences within something like Venom, to be honest, because I feel like with a character like that, you just have the opportunity to do so many weird things.
Yeah.
Now, eating lobster doesn't count.
It's weird when the best scenes in a Venom movie are when he's without the suit.
Yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. But yeah, one thing I want to bring up about Zombieland is the really unlikely cast within it. With Jesse Eisenberg as a comedic lead, Woody Harrelson as this gun-toting badass, and Emma Stone as just the tough chick who's like looking out for her little sister, and her little sister as the tough little gangster chick. I dug that, and even parts of it did remind me of Little Miss Sunshine, funny enough.
Yeah. Yep.
So who is the standout for you in terms of like unlikely performance here?
For me, I think my standout would be Woody Harrelson. I think to be able to portray a character that is so self-confident in a world filled with zombies is actually unlike anything I've seen in any zombie film. For him to be playing the banjo, ding 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 ding, and then to be able to use it to kill a zombie, you're goated for that, man. You are goated for that. But also, I love what you said about the cast. It is a very unusual cast coming together to create a dynamic that I think is timeless. And I think that's essentially what family is. Family isn't limited by blood. And Zombieland is the primary example of family being strong enough to transcend the barriers of bloodlines.
Yeah.
I love the family aspect of this movie. It is the beating heart of the movie, and it is what allows us to keep hoping in such a terrible world. That's why they're able to enjoy the amusement park and each other at the end.
Yeah, I agree. So you said you didn't watch the second film.
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the second film. I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. But I did buy it on Blu-ray as a blind buy because I love the character so much, and I doubt that anything will happen in the second film where I will dislike it. I just love the characters too much.
Is there anything within it, because I'm sure you saw trailers of it, was there anything in it that kind of worried you and kept you off from seeing it for a while? You know, you own it, obviously, but you obviously haven't seen it.
I think the only thing that could worry me would probably be repetition. Mm-hmm. The only thing I don't like to see when it comes to sequels are when they are redundant or when they backtrack. You know, for example, like Deadpool 2. You know, when they backtrack on the themes of the first movie that I think are so great, it's like
end of its own film.
Why? You know what I mean? Yeah. But the second one, but the Zombieland 2, the trailer, it really interests me because I want to see what their commentary is now on the rules of horror, on the rules to survive, and also I just love the whole gag of like Luke Wilson coming in. And seeing a whole another crew that looks just like them, we get that gag that's similar to Shaun of the Dead. So I actually was looking forward to seeing that. So I can't wait to watch it. I doubt I'll dislike it because, like I said, the characters really mean a lot to me. They're some of my favorite horror icons, actually.
Yeah, I have still to watch it. I just never got around to watching it, not for any bad reason. I was just like, oh, okay, it came out, and then it kind of just went away, and I still have to watch it, and I'm down to. I mean, Luke Wilson's in it. I'm sure that's going to be funny seeing him against Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, it's just one of those sequels where I'm like, okay, it exists, but I'm not losing sleep over not watching it yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when I do get to it, we'll see how I feel about it.
Yeah, same here. Okay, so here's the movie question, and you actually touched upon elements of it earlier. You're kind of getting pissed because you're skipping it.
Sorry.
If the zombie apocalypse did happen, how reliable do you think Columbus's rules would be?
I actually think they would be very reliable. I think that's what allowed him to be able to survive by the end. But we do have to understand, when we do abide by his rules, we cannot be afraid to be able to adapt and change to what's going on in the situation. Because that's exactly what happens to him. He's a character that is stubborn from the beginning and will not budge on his rules. But by the end of it, he understands that there needs to be some leeway prevalent. And that's what allows him to not only save himself, but to save others. So I think his rules are actually very sophisticated, especially when he's in that parking lot and he's running in circles. Amazing. Cardio. Always unlock the doors. Always keep your doors unlocked in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to keep running in a circle with the shotgun, dropping the keys. So amazing, man. So
that
amazing.
Shot is just hilarious to look at.
Oh, my God. It is so damn funny, bro. It is so damn funny. And speaking of Jesse Eisenberg, happy 10 years to The Social Network from David Fincher. One of the
Where's that second film?
One of the greatest films of all time. I hope we get an announcement for the
sequel. That's possibly the best film of the last decade, honestly, of the 2010s. It came out at the beginning.
Yeah,
you know,
it's really, really insane. But
that'd be a good debate video.
Yeah, Jesse Eisenberg's role in Zombieland is so good, man. So damn good, and I love his rules in it as well. And like I said, yeah, I think the best way I can describe it is be able to adapt to change, because that's how we survive. Really, don't be too stubborn. You know, don't be too close-minded.
Way tougher in this than he was as Lex Luthor. Get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Way tougher. Like what?
Yeah, because think about it. If you watch the movie, I mean, the movie has all the answers. If he were to abide by his rules all the time and never budge, he would have left Wichita and Little Rock in the amusement park, and they would have been eaten. But he was like, no, screw it. You know, this is they're more important than my rules. Yeah, they're more important than myself right now. So
I don't want to survive. I want to live.
Yeah, in a zombie apocalypse, don't be the one to hide the zombie bite. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you know
what's gonna happen?
Because we know there are some people like that. Sadly.
No, I'm
but,
okay,
but,
man.
But try not to be.
I'm okay. It's just a flesh wound. The
Exactly.
more you say it, the more you think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the rules, I mean, I'll take the rules today. Use the rules today. The cardio.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
unlock your doors, all that.
Yeah.
Gotta
And
get
it was also crazy to see Amber Heard play herself in this movie too.
Oh, was that her? Was that her? I don't even remember. Was she at the she's the girl at the beginning?
Yep, she's the girl in the dorm. His girlfriend.
Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Man, that's
so this movie's very authentic.
Ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time.
The GOAT Podcast is proof you don't have to look any further for movie news, reviews, trailer reactions, or special discussions. Subscribe, get notified about what's going on, and I promise you'll be entertained by our daily content on YouTube. If you want more, we're on Twitter at GOAT Film Podcast, Instagram The GOAT Podcast, and the GOAT Movie Group on Facebook. Get connected with us, see what's happening, and make sure to love it while you're doing so.